Hello guys and welcome back. It's Michio airtime here on rFactor 2. We are live with some testing in the Formula Pro car around the Imola circuit, and that has a specific reason because this Sunday actually Formula Simracing is doing their preseason test races, and that basically means that we're about to go ready and about to go well, racing, trying to find out on okay, something is missing here, and that just caught me off guard a little bit. As we're trying to, get on the way with the season, get on the way with the absolute um with everything literally, and checking the formats, checking the Formula Pro car. How nice is it raceable on other circuits than what we have seen already by the, Formula Pro racing series? And that is the source of our stream for tonight. I'm checking some stuff currently, so bear with me, really, please. I'm a bit of a mess right now, I know. Text, so, there is just some... Is it this? Nope, it's not. There is just some changes. Fuck. I killed my scene. And I brought it back live. Hui! That was a close call. Well, perhaps it's this. That's not it either. For God's sake! Like, how hard can it be? We're getting going in a couple of moments. Wow, there it is. Hello. Great. Right, so Formula Pro, we're doing a little bit of a setup guide today, guys. And yeah, before we get going, we get reminded ourselves of how nice this Formula Pro car is looking. So guys, welcome back to more issues. Bear with me. We are getting... There we go. Yeah, so a basic setup guide about the Formula Pro car in Imola. And well, we actually get going with the basics. So as per usual, I start with 100 liters, just to, you know, that will be probably what we're about to go, mainly in the race. Perhaps since I guess there is no refueling, we will need even more. Actually, speaking about that, makes probably sense to just put the car full heavy then. Thank you everyone for joining. Xipi, no, F1 will hopefully never race in Macau. Like this racetrack is just plain stupid in general, I think. So we start with the basics, you know, minimum tire pressures, brake, pedal force up, bit low on the cooling. Imola, 2 or 3 heavy braking zones, far enough away from each other so you can take a little more open cooling. As per usual, the steering rack is personal preference. On the suspension side, I just keep everything as it is right now. Aerodynamics, I think we need a bit more top speed here, so we go down a few clicks on the rear wing rat size. Let's see what happens at 4. The iceberg, it will be a 200 liter tank, potentially, right? I haven't seen a mod yet where we could have subscribed to, and I see the Twitch stuff is wrong. Bear with me real quick. Yeah, first time live again after some while. As you can imagine, stuff goes wrong. Well, it's not particularly a big issue, but there we go. So everyone watching on Twitch, please refresh the information. Right, electronics, nothing to be said here. Drivetrain, well, we keep everything as per usual. And then I think it's time for us to head out for the first time. Car audio on, big camera on too. I do not know, for the God's sakes of it, why does... Something's not right. Like, this is jumping up and down this... I need to fix this real quick. No biggie. Yes, great, I killed the camera in between. Amazing. Michi, you are so goody when misclicking yourself. It could actually be... No, it's not. I know this kind of fails the sense of having a setup guide, but as much as this is a setup guide for you guys, as much this is a stream test for me, to see that everything is just working properly, and so that I can see that some stuff is not working properly just yet. So yep, configure, yep, okay, deactivate this, yep, great, configure, set this like this, kick it there, amazing, the camera is up and running again. Right, I guess now we're good to go. David, what should be higher, front wing or rear wing? Before we completely leave pit road. Personal settings, I forgot to take them. In this particular car, front and rear wing are a bit detached from each other, as in the maximum front wing I think is 35 or 35 or 34 and a half, whereas the rear wing goes up to 60 something, so front wing should always be lower in terms of value compared to the rear wing. So, Formula Pro car, haven't driven it in a long time, so please allow me to get some warm up first. Papacoon! Oh my goodie! 12 months in a row, thank you so much for the Prime subscription, man. How was your exam? I hope that you had a good one. Oof. Nice understeer. Hope that you had good exams and everything's alright. What a slide. Lewis, no Daytona 24 for me this year. Just too busy with the other stuff. Did I just lock up? I did indeed. So already found out 7th gear's too short. Still way too much used to other cars braking. Like driving the LMP2 so much with this ABS on low has completely kinda killed my rhythm. Where you could just slam on the brakes basically. Camera is blurry. No, the camera is as good as it can be at the moment. I won't get it any sharper. Focus is set to the optimal point. And yeah, sadly, then it can't get better. But thank you, Chris, for noticing. I can see the picture there on the right. Unless you mean the face cam. Okay, I need to change a few things first. So, first of all, and I'm checking my force feedback a bit, I would like to have a little bit more power on the force feedback. Beyond that, on the setup, as already mentioned, 7th gear is too long, too short. So we set this up a bit better. First could also be probably a bit longer. Against this massive understeer, first of all, I think I want to go back to the medium steering. And then to fight this understeer, we add a little bit more front wing in the first. Yeah, but I don't know what's wrong with the ref lights. It hasn't been. Probably it's looking on it in a too central way. I could probably get that. Let me see. Yeah, it's looking on it in a too central way. So that will be a thing to fix, that's for sure. And obviously we're doing test starts. Because we'll need them too on... I'm sitting too far away again. Okay, that will be a hot fix in the next pit stop. Ah, much better. Much better the front end. So obviously front wing fixes some understeer, but the rest of it needs to be done by driving. Something that you should know about this Formula Pro car, and especially the Formula Pro tires, which are new and from Goodyear, is that they like particularly low slip angle, which means you need to kind of really underdrive them, which has an interesting impact on how you need to drive this particular Formula Pro car. As we all know, the rFactor 2 cars tend to like some, well, drifteroni, let's say. This particular car doesn't like it too much, which is A, thanks to the tires, and B, thanks to the general how the car is built and produced. Anthony, I'm not particularly sure whether I will race FSR for now. I will use those test races for myself now to find an answer to that question. There is some things I do like about the format ideas, and there's some other things I don't like about it. But we'll see. A bit much oversteer going into the turns. How do you play with the brake duct for the race? It's fairly interesting question. There's also a fairly different approach race by race. Like in a sprint race for this, you're trying to maximize everything. So the first short-term thing to look at when dealing with the brakes is looking at the peak temperature. So right now we got brakes temperatures of 700, 650, roughly 600 degrees when we start braking here, and it goes up to 950, which is one of the two heavy braking zones we got here at Imola, and you need to do 2, 3 or 4 laps to see where the brake temperature actually peaks. Not locking up obviously would help in finding the peak temperature, because as soon as you lock up you get well, the brake disc doesn't heat anymore because it's stuck. Oof. So as the car is a bit slippery in the back, especially on the braking, that is an indicator for either, especially because it's happening so quickly on the downshifts. I will over exaggerate this now into Rivazza 1. If I'm too quick on the downshifts, the rear probably still too stray, but yeah, exactly. If I put them downshift too quickly and be in a little bit of a braking or a little bit of a turning angle, then this is the result. Car will snap in the back, which is a clear indication for the engine brake being too aggressive. So we'll need to fix that. Could be also an indication for weight missing on the rear. So as soon as we brake, obviously all the weight shifts forwards, and depending on how your weight distribution on the car is set, the weight obviously shifts too much away from the rear, which can be an issue. But here for the braking, it seems, whoops, the softer you go. Oh dear. The softer you go, the better it is. And, well, while you guys are at least watching a little bit of that driving that we did so far, if the replays were turned on, I'm gonna try quickly fixing my seat. And that is an issue in the way as that I thought I would have had it fixed before. In reality, I have not. F to myself, especially since I have put those blankets back on, so they need to be removed. Yeah, this is not what I wanted to do live, but you know, guys, when moving houses, and I am actually quite happy that I'm able to be back online just 5 days after again, having most of the stuff done already for my rig and for my room. Now, but effectively, it is quite funny because I got some racing boots with a very thin sole and a very very thin yeah, sole of the feet, the shoes. And funny enough, when I tested it with my street shoes, that I obviously got a little bit of a thicker sole, it felt alright, what I just set myself to now. But effectively, and that's what came out now, it was not correct. So we are fixing. The problem with the seating position is, and I have changed a couple of things on my rig, as you may have seen the dismantling stream from last Sunday. Yeah, that feels better. My face cam is moving a lot. Yep, that has to do with the fact that the floor of this ground is a little bit, how shall I say this? It's a bit more flexing in general. So if I move, then let me see. I move here. Yeah, then the face cam is moving with me. But there is a fix for this too, to a certain extent. Like I cannot fix the flex of the monitor, but I can fix the flex of the cam by putting a little bit of tape on it. Let me try and fix that. Anthony, actually a little bit of both. As much as it is a new step, and as much as things are kinda, you know, I got my old stuff. I got my office. The office is a little bit rearranged, so I see a little bit. I don't have to turn my head further to the right to see what's going on the stream. As I'm quickly, that feels too close now again. But I will test it. As I said, everything is a bit different. Maybe also, could it be that the angle of the plate has changed, of the pedal plate? Probably not. There was something else I wanted to do real quick. I forgot. Never mind, I guess. Yeah, tape. Yeah, my brain is a bit in sleepy mode. But, I mean, just looking at it, how the problem is that the cam is pretty much linked to the monitor. And obviously, as you can imagine, when that monitor is moving, so does the webcam. So we are looking. No, it's just you see it down on the cable as well, like here. Oh, you can't see that at all, but down there, if I'm shaking a bit, then you see that the entire cable is shaking with me. So it is just the room, you know. The room and the floor is a bit thinner, and with that, the vibrations of the rig are going to, yeah, going straight into the car, you know. Hey Rory. Yep, I think overall the lighting is a bit improved, although I haven't changed that much, but I saw that the camera was taking a different setting anyway. So that got a little bit better. Okay, so that stuff is fixed. Then we spoke about engine braking, and that is on 10. I'm gonna put it on 12, and beyond that, the weight, I'm gonna put that a bit further to the back as well. Just should help a little bit more with braking and not dying on the brakes. Also, Papa Kuhn, the alert box. It's turned on, but for some reason your sub did not get recognized, despite it should have been live. Or did I just miss it? Oof, but now I'm sitting damn close to the... Yeah, this is wrong. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I said we're doing a setup guide, right? I didn't say what sort of setup guide. No, effectively, of course I want to setup guide the car. But turns out that I need to set up the seat a bit better as well. And the last one, let's go. Okay, so the seat is movable again. So I hope that will be it. We are already fixing again. Yeah, now people could say, Michi, with the slider you don't have the issue, but with the slider I would have different issues, as in literally every time a different seating position, which is bad. Anyway, something that we can check out though, unless the engine dies before, is the cooling. Because we already reached 140 degrees just from staying stationary. And we're about to find out, this is feeling better. Yeah, I think I found my seating position. Amazing. Yeah, sliders have notches for fixed positions, but when you have a slider, you use it for going backwards and forwards. But potentially a slider would be an idea. Reuven, I have no particular idea about race times just yet. So with the weight a bit further at the back now, the front end bites a bit more, since there is less weight that needs to be driven around the corner. Unlike a GT3 car or so, the predominant thing on an open wheeler car is the aerodynamics anyway. So if you just shift the weight around, it's not as effective as in a GT car, where the mechanical grip produced by the weight and the generated downforce with that is a lot more effective. But that rear end is oof. I think Virginia would be a fun combo, in all honesty. I don't necessarily think it's bad. It is certainly tricky to drive and to learn at. By the way, Reuven, your 19.8 race pace, how much fuel did you have on board with it? Let me check something real quick though. The flex on the camera is alright. 122, okay. So something I'm not particularly happy with yet is this distance. I think I need to pull back the wheel plate a bit further. So we have some more fixes in the next couple of days to do. But for the time being, we just deal with what we have. To finally get digging a bit deeper into the sides of the Formula Pro car here around Imola. So there is a few more issues with the setup so far. Apart from the fact that it's just a basic default setup. The car is very twitchy here and there. Cooling of the car turned down the temperature quite a bit. So there is more room for improvement actually. But the car is not reacting 100% standard to what I want it to be. And at times, of course, when pushing the car hard, then the rear end becomes a bit twitchy. But especially over Aqua Minerali, the car just likes bouncing too much on this curb and then just straight dies. So that needs to be fixed with a little bit more ride height. And I think it feels like that the Packers make the car extremely rigid. Papa Kuhn, don't watch and drive, just drive. Jesus Christ, the tearing. So at least the oversteeriness on aggressive downshifts is kinda gone. Very good exits. Congrats, Papa Kuhn. Good job. Is that your post-exam frustration program, where you just get rid of the feeling of having to learn all the time? So it is quite important in that car that the exit of Aqua Minerali is spot on, because the car doesn't like the anti-cuts at all, or dropping behind that little bit of a space behind the curb. Oof. Papa Kun, I thought that's it already. Papa Kun, could you be ready for a FSR preseason test race thumbnail from Monza, maybe? So just want to make sure that I get the time out of this car so far. Traction needs to be improved, we'll find ways to do that. My braking needs to be improved, trying to find ways to do that too. Now it feels like the front end is locking up a bit easier, so I go click forwards, rearwards with a brake bias. It's funny, when there was some stick down there in the rig where I rested my foot on at times on the straights, and now it's gone because of a different seating position. So I need to readjust that. This Sunday. Derek, you're still around? I think you asked about the Le Mans Virtual Series. Yeah, sure, Diogo, shoot. Get your notebook out and note down. Okay, there is some... Wow, yeah, it is just too annoying. I will improve the car. So, on the tire side, nothing for the moment. I want to put even a little bit more front wing. Yeah, 24 should do alright. Then the front end. I need a lot more front end. Especially in the low speed turns, it's horrendously bad. I will lower the packers to allow more suspension travel, and in general I put the car a little bit more down to the ground. So by that I should already get myself a little bit more movement. On the rear I do the very same. Packers to like 15, and I will... Let me just think. Yeah, I will put the spring rate a few clicks softer. And on the gears, I will put first a little longer, second a little longer, and seventh also 2 clicks longer. Let's see how that feels. Bear with me, I want to change something because here in this car it's really beneficial. Assign clutch to our double clutch system, and then oof, I need to swap that in the guide a bit. Configuration to the pit lane. Yes, the point ranges down to 50. And the bite point to 55. Alright, 57 is alright. Save. I agree, Rory. It needs some rear throttle stability over the bumps. I will see whether the car has that now. But first, we're going to do a test start. Yes, Nick, as you can see, it's everything a little tighter and smaller, but overall everything works fine. So I now need to just wait till... There we go. Steering wheel back in business. Yeah, that should be alright. Steering wheel, speed limiter off. Ah, I know why. I'll take care of that later. Hello, Dave. Oh, yeah, we had a rate of 6. Thank you so much, Dave Fox. But why is there no notification? Something's not right. Does it have to do with the network? It shouldn't really. Yeah, but maybe the token has changed because of IP stuff. I'll need to sort it. Anyway, I thank you so much for the follow, or for the raid in that regard. I think we haven't had a follow or a subscription yet on the YouTube channel. Never mind though. So the car a lot more pointy now, oh my goodie. There was just no noise for it. Oh! No noise. Why was there no noise? Ah, potentially no master volumes. Instead, volumes are there. Should have worked. I don't know why it doesn't. It's a mess. So much stuff to fix. Well, if someone is fancy to follow again or to subscribe on the YouTube channel, maybe we can find out. And I will take another test start though. Was a lot better. So I'm a bit too tight on the steering wheel, so I need to put everything back a bit further. But anyway, we're going to try and set better lap times now. More front bite indeed. Less mid-corner understeer, especially in the slow speed corners. Very nice. Those lights are a map where I need to hold the RPM. At least that is what it is intended for. Oh, Aqua Minerali, look at it. Amazing. So, making the suspension travel higher by putting the packers lower significantly improve the car. Also over the Variante Alta, the car is not as bouncy and jumpy anymore. Car is a lot easier in general. Yep, Robert, I did move houses. Now I need to fix the rear. Okay, actually I want to have a shorter first gear just to have less chance of stalling. We won't use first anyway. Lol. Then on the rear, I want to have the rear a lot softer. Effectively, now the front is a bit too bitey. And high speed it's alright, I think. Although half a front wing off doesn't hurt. Anti-roll bar, we put that a lot lower. Some rear, yeah, you mean less rear ARB? I agree with that. Papa Kun, you should be able to fix this damn FFB. It's not a biggie usually. So, about anything else? Drivetrain, power, to put that a bit higher, and the pump in general a bit higher should help with the rear a little bit. And then we are looking. So another test start at the end of the pit lane. I think I have normal bump set. I think I need a bit better measurement of stuff. Whoop whoop! We fixed the alert sound, amazing! I love my stuff at times when it's easily fixable. It's Nibus, thank you for the follow, much appreciate your time and support. The bite point changes according to what you have set as a first gear. Nice, now the understeer is back in the car. Overdone it with the changes, so I need to revert a little bit, but first I'm gonna try to put in a few lap times to go a little bit towards long run. So far we've pretty much worked like an F1 team, just really doing the basic stuff. But I see that as much as I do appreciate the rear stability, I think now we're a little bit limited. Yeah, too much understeer the car. So we go back on the setup. And we give it a little less spring rate again. A click more rear and 2 clicks more the roll bar in the back. So we'll do another test start, of course. Front slow rebound or diff power. Yeah, the diff power could be a thing. I'm gonna see whether the suspension side has now helped it, or whether it is a throttle issue. That was a very good one. Like, you know, Rory, the reason why I've put a bit stiffer and a bit more closed differential is the fact that on initial throttle application, the rear end tended to be a bit dancey and a bit snappy. So just wanted to make sure that that's not the case anymore. Yeah, Makiro, I think as soon as you get into the very fine details, like so far everything you're trying to look for is feeling and how the car behaves and how you feel like driving it and how you feel the car and how you can improve the feeling of the car. And as soon as you've done some laps, then you see what is the wear of the car, especially in terms of the tires. Perhaps what do you need to improve? And that is the point then where you can see, okay, where I'm wearing the tires at most, where I'm hurting the car the most. That is the stuff that you can take away from telemetry then. Norman, greetings to the Bermudas Islands and welcome. Happy Friday. There is still performance in the car though. Please someone remind me to set the brake bias next time we're on the setup page. I'm afraid that we need to soften the rear end again. Or have a little bit better right foot control. Certainly up the front wing again by a click. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Let me actually go back to click lower, 2 clicks rear. Like that felt generally alright. I wanted to brakes. Brakes, brakes, brakes. You know what, instead of the front wing, I take away 2 clicks of rear wing. Slow bump minus. Yeah, that makes sense. And also, I don't want to have the oversteer, the understeer on throttle application, so I put a slower rebound. Thank you, Papa Kun, I've already fixed it. Let me try a different starting technique this time. Car feels much better. So that suspension step was the right direction indeed. So Reuven, did you say 122 liters, 19.8 you did? So far I'm on 135 out of the pits, 19.4, and I think there's 2 or 3 tenths in it right now. Unless you misshift yourself. So let's see where we can bring this delta down from 485. I'm still turning too much on the steering wheel. See, this is the thing, like, as much as the rear end is now improved, it's the front end where I lack now a bit of performance. I locked up the front left again. So on my temperatures I can see outside 63, middle 83, inside 110 degrees on the tires. Which basically means there's A, not enough roll, or B, too much camber. And that also means that we're not using the full potential of the tires, which is limited anyway. Let me do a lap though. beautiful. I adore this car so much, apart from the fact that it's just let me go. Or let me down here on the rear. But this is all important information, as I've just said. How's the car feeling? In terms of tyre wear, the car's pretty balanced, which is good. How quick it essentially is, I don't know. But I think there is still more potential in it. I'm overdriving turn 1 a lot. Car's very responsive on balancing the weight with the brakes. And here is too much understeer again. Okay, time to fix the tires. So as I said, too much camber. So we lower it by a few clicks here, and this one needs to be lowered excessively. Let's go to 2A. Other than that, a bit more front bite would still be nice, especially in the low speed turns. And for the low speed turns, I will put up the right height a bit higher. And something else that could help us is a stiffer third spring for keeping the rear higher up in the back. Perhaps Rory. It kinda like, you know, just looking at how the tire temperatures are over the tires from out, mid and inside, it would make sense that you want to go a lot lower. But I feel like I've already done enough. Like, I don't want to overdo it, of course, and there's a lot more front bite now, as the rear is now starting to quickly step out again. That said, obviously I've raised the rear end a bit, which should also help me over this bump here in Aqua Minerale, and should help over the curbs here in this Variante Alta. Less bouncy, more travel, more space between the car and the curb. But I think it's finally time to let some lap time speak, so we are looking. Bit more patience here. Very nice exit. Little less bouncy. Still not optimal though. Rivazza 1 was very underdriven, Rivazza 2 was very good though. So as I said, 2 to 3, maybe 4 tenths. It's actually 5, 18.9, flat out full tank. That was a pretty good lap though. I agree. And then, like, it is this typical Formula Pro car feeling. The first lap is amazing, and then the front tires already in the low speed turns hit some kind of cliff. In the first lap, the car's really not so sensitive in the low speed turns, but then second lap onwards, the low speed turns, it really tries to give you hell. Yeah, it didn't feel that bad in the LMP2 car, I think. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, more setup stuff. We're trying to keep proving. First a bit longer again. Second was alright, I think. Actually, I would like to have it a bit longer so that there is more traction, then you can improve third a bit. That's fine. On the tire side, let's go even a bit lower still. Still feel room for improvement. On the pedal force, I know people will be like, yeah, you just want to put all pedal force to 100% anyway. He's like, nope, I want to feel confident on the brakes. Caster, that should help in the low speed turns and also give you more feel in the force feedback. Right, so on the suspension side, car didn't feel too bad. Actually, I want to allow for more travel, especially on the back. Maybe that improves the rear a bit. Aerodynamics, I keep it, and on the drivetrain, I don't know what was the worst issue I had. Actually, car feels alright there. Anyway, that means we go out and drive again. Does that help on the camera a bit? Let me see that myself real quick. Still, I think the LEDs are too... Like if I pull them full up, they are super bright. So I'll try and turn them down a bit lower. That should help the camera a bit too. Wow, there's so much more feel in the car now on the force feedback. I'm gonna call it 18.7, maybe a 18.5 to be the maximum for this configuration. And then we obviously will do a quick quali run. First, let's try to do a little bit of a long run though. See a few laps, see where the tires are going. Bit too much rear slidey out of turn 2. Overdriving the car. I don't feel comfortable with that seating position we have. That was a very good turn though. Ah! Yes. How far down have we been? 3/10? So 0.5 easily possible. Let's see if I suffer from the same issue in lap 2. Apart from driving through the grass. Michi. But why? Yeah. I think that should be fine. Last couple of laps, guys. Yeah, I know. Grass is not the way. We are looking. Anyway, guys, if you do appreciate the content, please appreciate the channel. Give it a follow on Twitch. Give it a subscription on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. I would massively appreciate that. And yeah, please also bear with me for some unexpected program and unexpected stream scenes as yeah, new home, reassembled setup, slightly optimized setup and unoptimized setup at the same time. I am still trying to fix the seating position over the weekend. Need to get this done till Sunday, of course. So, let's go. Few more laps. Too much on the brakes still. On going into turn 1, kind of locking and floating the car into it. That way through this turn 6 is only possible in the first lap, trust me. Way too late on the turn and then steered over with the steering wheel. I missed that complete 10th there. And then the curb. Ah, I'm not happy with my driving, and that way I also don't get the tire data. Let's bring rate back. I'm a bit too hard on these brakes. It's so annoying. But since I had a hard week, time to go for me fairly soon. Yeah, if you guys have any questions still towards the guide, feel free to put them out now. This will soon come to an end. I'll just, like this turn 1, just brake a bit earlier, then you can turn in nicely. Although it felt like, when being a bit on the brakes and getting the car floating into the turn, that was just the a little bit more rotation that was felt needed. No. Need to underdrive this Aqua Minerale so much. Not too bad. Better entry, indeed. Oof. Very close. Mitch. I'm just driving not goody enough. Shall I really? Hmm. Final adjustments, and yeah, I need to bring this to an end. It's just at this point I'm starting to get too tired, and the quality of the laps doesn't really align itself anymore with the needs. And also, you know, of some more things on the list now, which is a bit iffy. I just want to actually finish this with a PB, as in to really show the potential of the car. Obviously, the setup is lots of room to improve still. But again, we're doing no esport setups here, we're doing basic to drive setups, and you know, since you guys are taking it away from the stream, I'm gonna try to put it a little bit more on the understeery side instead of the oversteery side, as you guys obviously want to be able to drive the car really nice and not die everywhere. This obviously includes some compromises on the setup. So far this feels good. Again, lost some time there. It's difficult to decide actually. I appreciate that the iRacing Mercedes a lot, but I appreciate that Formula Pro a lot as well. I think safe to say that both cars, both Formula cars, are my favorite cars on the sims. Formula Pro for RF2 and the Mercedes for iRacing. So look at it, 18.5 finally. Half a tenth here. Just getting a bit better exit. That should be a time gain as well. Already a little bit too wiggly and slidey. Better out of this turn indeed. No bottoming on the curb. Don't touch the exit, the entry outside curb there. It's deadly. Okay, 118.5. That's gonna do it for this one. On the performance side of things. Now Papamichi is taking out the fuel and see what we can do in a qualifying trim. So that will be the next step. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for your time, and I thank you so much, everyone, for sharing the stream with us tonight. We will pick up the pace in terms of streaming again, #soon. As we've just moved houses, this is the first stream to see whether everything is working. Yeah, I'm not sure if 17s, but low 18s for sure. The iceberg. Well, the iceberg, have you done any quali simulations yet around this circuit? That could obviously be interesting. Oof. There is DRS available everywhere. That's surely not how it's to be designed. Can't remember where were the... Ah, we had no DRS this year here around Imola. Anyone done some quali? What did Derek say? No, wasn't it Derek? It wasn't Derek. It was Reuven. So he did 19.8 with race, and was it 17.2 with a quali simulation? $15.9 on quali. Okay, so we are looking. So I think DRS is available right after this little bit of a stretch. So roughly around from here. That's where I'm going to use it. I need to do at least 2 or 3 runs. To fully line up with the balance. 15.9. So roughly 2.5 seconds faster than what I did so far. Let's use DRS everywhere then and see. First lap time is a 16.6. And we're dead. Copy. Too much fuel, of course. No need to use DRS everywhere, I guess. Just nailing the goddamn lap, and yeah, that's gonna do it for us then. 50 laps here at Imola will be a little bit of enough. Not that I will put a 15.3 in, but 15.9 I should be able to match that just from the setup. So the setup can do it, let's say it like this, the setup can do it. I'm full confident of it, just need to nail lap turn 1 and 2. I need to be so careful to not overturn the steering wheel, just from how I'm used to do it with the heat of all rFactor 2 cars. Just turn the steering wheel and have maximum grip. F. Very nice. Not a pitch perfect lap, but it is a 15.9. So guys, again, I think that's gonna do it for this one. That's gonna do it for today. I will later on put a link where you guys can get this setup from, and yeah, then we will enjoy a little bit more laps around Imola this Sunday. Stream goes live roughly at need to see. We will be on Traction GG on Sunday 5 PM for the first race, which will be Imola, I think, and then we will be live on our own channel roughly at 8 PM with a full race at Monza. So Italian week on Sunday here in the Formula Simracing preseason testing. Again, it's about finding out on the car, it's about finding out on the format, it's about finding out everything really. And you guys are heavily invited to join the Traction GG channel, to join us afterwards. Please, guys, if you do appreciate the video, make sure you hit a follow button and you subscribe to the YouTube channel to make this community grow. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for your time. Hope you have enjoyed this little bit of an extraordinary setup guide, because there were some issues. Now, the Iceberg, as far as I'm concerned, one race is at Monza, the other one is at Imola. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much for your time. Papa Kun, I will gonna shoot you a message on Discord. Thank you for your time, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we see you there next time. Goodbye.